This guy's going to close the show. I would call him a legend, but that would be an understatement. He has been the most consistently dominant caller in Smackoff history. He's been in this game since Smackoff 2. He's hit 11 podiums. He is your 2004 and 2008 champion. He is celebrating his 20th Smackoff appearance today. He is your runner-up from a year ago. He is none other than the one, the only Iafrate Ken. Welcome back. What's up?
Hey, Jimmy. Oh, dear sweet Mark. My kid's mortgage is certainly less than your alimony, friend. Hey, thanks for having me, Jim. I'm feeling good, brother. You know, winning my third belt's going to be a lot like when Ali did it. You know, he had to go through Liston and Foreman to do it the first 2 times. But then at the age of 137, somehow it was still possible to climb that mountain with only Leon Spinks's toothless grin standing in the way. Yeah, it is hard being old, you know, but you young fellas, you make the impossible come true for all of humanity when the best you've got to offer is jungle super editor Caleb in Green Bay, who put on his crown last June and promptly told us all that he made his, well, let's put his in quotes there because from a man Caleb it takes a village, so let's refer to him properly as Caleb Inc. Caleb Inc. made their call from behind the microphone at the Green Bay Rome affiliate where the tech crew handled his sound. Yeah, this contest hasn't jumped the shark, Jimmy. No worries about getting a bad phone line when you're not on the phone. When you're in a professional sound studio, when you're in whatever passes for a professional sound studio in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where radio is transmitted over 2 Campbell's soup cans and a long string of green and yellow yarn. And this is how Caleb Inc. ripped a Leonard over-Hagler split decision over a dude carrying an AARP card in one hand and his own freaking telephone in the other, standing alone in his grown-up son's former bedroom. Yeah, that's the local Iafrate affiliate where my sound crew played back all of my pre-recorded gizmos. But hey, enough about Caleb. Let's talk sports, as in the moment in sports this entire year. Blocky. That video of all the drunks at Arroyo Trabuco was inspiring and startlingly reminiscent of something I'd seen just months earlier. Oh, yeah, it was the Lorelei in Green Bay. But see, the problem here, Jim, is that Michael Block had to play the Colonial after that and reliably turned back into the pumpkin that he is, just as rapidly as Caleb did today. Yeah, the reward for shocking the world with a dunked hole-in-one, cheesy, is that you got to play with Scotty Scheffler again and again. Only for Blocky, nobody was paying any attention to him anymore by the time the trophy was being handed out. By contrast, here on this program, the back nine on Sunday features you being humiliated by us, Caleb. And that includes every Tom, Dick, and Benny who dreams of sending their own favorite drunks into a frenzy. Yeah, you of all people, Caleb, do not get to blubber about this thing becoming amateur Comedy Central. Dude, that is you. You get that, right? I guess I hope your legions at the Lorelei have sobered up. They're going to be getting hammered this afternoon for an entirely different reason. So congrats to you, Caleb. You mattered to us today. We bothered with you. Significance for a day. But before I go, Jim, just a word for Vic in NoCal, the Ricky Fowler of the jungle. Vic? Oops, playback malfunction, Victor. It's Smackoff Day, which means T-minus 29 minutes until Victor starts whining to Pool Doc about how he got did yet again. Vic, speaking on behalf of this entire jungle, our fondest hope is that you're going to rock it old school next year by returning to your savvy plan of attack from your very first appearance in this contest when you followed weeks of pimping yourself by not even calling the smack off at all. I mean, why call and lose and bitch about it? You've already proven you can do the bitching without bothering with the phone call. We are begging you, Broadway. Do not waste your time or ours with next year's losing call. Just proceed straight to grievance land. Do not pass go. Do not collect $5,000. And while we're on the topic of whining, Jim, I'm told that Brad in Corona, the dude whose voice makes Ron DeSantis sound like Barry freaking White, I hear he was in here sniveling last week about my pledge to donate my Smackoff winnings last year to the Uvalde victims. I'm so sorry my on-air commitment to generosity was so offensive to you, but we all understand, Brad. I mean, anybody who thinks about other people more than himself is like a flippin' alien to you, big guy. Trust me, Brad, we all know that the full sum of your Smackoff winnings has gone straight to mirrors and implant procedures. But at least he was using a phone that doesn't work, but a phone. Respect, loser. Okay, you see how this works, folks? In just the space of one short year, Jim, you and Jay Monahan forced us to relocate to a world where the champions of the PGA are forced to coexist with the mercenaries of LIV, both on the course and on this program. And let me tell you, I am no happier about it than Rory is. So, yeah, it seems I got no choice but to play with them, but that don't mean I got to play nice. You brought the Saudis, Jim. I'm bringing the decapitations. And for all y'all who are like, geez, man, irate Freddie, you kiss your mother with that mouth? Nah, I win Smackoffs with that mouth.
Iafrate, closing it out. Man, this is going to be a very interesting break as we tabulate the scoring. I'll say it again. Who you got? Who you got? Has anybody done anything to stand out above everybody else? Because I can make an argument for probably a half a dozen.